Extras. Do you want to watch
Yes.
the credits again?
Yes. No.
No,
I want my Elijah Wood interview.
Here we go. We're off to an interesting
what's
start.
really great about this game, and what I'm excited about in regards to this game, is that it's sort of telling the story of Spyro from the beginning. He's actually a small purple dragon that is raised by dragonflies. He doesn't realize he's a dragon. And within the story, as the story progresses, he learns of his true self, where he comes from. You know, that there are these elders, these kind of guardian giant dragons, and that he's one of this ilk. And throughout the game, he starts to learn more about what he's capable of as well. The significance of being a purple dragon is something special. The powers that come along with that. And what's really cool as a player, I think, is that you get to learn these different attributes throughout and use them in different ways.
Different ways?
Fire, which is kind of dragons, or breathing ice, or electricity, and these things just kind of come throughout the game, and it's a really, really interesting story-based game that I think is quite immersive.
You cannot use that in that place. You do not have that power at that point.
I could leave with one of Spyro's
Lies.
Oh, what power would Elijah Wood have?
It's tough. They're all pretty good.
No.
But the old standby, the ability to fly.
Once.
Yeah, that's a cop-out answer.
Breathing fire,
You know, that's a big deal.
That could be, I mean, I could really run into some trouble with that. You know, can you lessen the amount of fire that you're breathing? What if you only intend to, like, I don't know, light a candle, for instance, but then you light up your couch? You know, that could be really problematic.
That's a mistake I would hope I
Electricity
wouldn't
could be
make.
good because you could probably infuse something with power, but then how do you know, like, how much power to infuse it with? Like, how many amps it takes? And if you go overboard and then you burn out all of your electricity, that'd be bad. Ice could be good, but then I could see that being extremely dangerous as well. I mean, all of these things...
With Earth, I could kill people.
You could freeze yourself, you could... I don't know, I think there's a lot of... Flying's the safest. I'll go with flying.
You could fool and not know how to fly.
Starts out entering into a world that he's unfamiliar with and taking aboard something that is kind of quite massive. It's not dissimilar from a journey that I'd taken before as someone who is embarking on something that is sort of bigger than they could conceive of, or bigger than them. I came in to do this session today, and I was told that I didn't know who the rest of the cast were, and I came in and I was told that Gary Oldman did the voice of Ignitus. Which blows my mind. I mean, he's one of my favorite actors of all time. A true chameleon, someone that you can't really peg, has done every kind of voice, character imaginable.
I mean that my time for heroics is past, but with your help...
We decided not to show you Gary Oldman doing the voice.
You can't, Ignitus. I just learned what I am.
You can, Spyro. You can. You are a purple dragon, a very special creature.
It's a pleasure to be associated with him because I'm such a huge fan. And
What if it wasn't Gary Oldman? They just told him it was Gary Oldman. And like he never saw him.
Really funny, and for this kind of character, it's so important to have someone that's sort of biting and sarcastic and funny.
Oh, we know.
Sparks is definitely all those things, and David Spade's perfect for that.
David Spade's perfect.
Spyro!
Into the next game. I'm glad David Spade's gone.
Okay, buddy? Listen, forget about those cracks I made about your fatness and your...
I can tell David Spade was really trying.
I'm very much, as a gamer,
Oh my god, his penis has turned into water.
A game that includes a great story that I can sink my teeth into, that will allow me to kind of continue to focus on the progress of the game and lead to other games. You know, my favorite games are story-based games. And if the story's good and the actual gameplay is fun, then yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's really basically a game, Elijah Wood.
Well,
that's basically a game if it has a story and good gameplay.
That was magical.
Elijah Wood here with GB Magic Suite.
I love how when explaining powers, it was literally, that would be cool, but I could be really dangerous. This would be cool, but that would be dangerous. This would be cool. But you know what? That would be dangerous now that I think about it. Flying wouldn't be dangerous. Wow.
Elijah Wood.
Nothing prepared me for that.
Well, that was worth it.
This
I
was
think.
interesting. So the question is, really, what's next? Do we do the next entry, or do we do something else?
I think we need to take a break before we do the next entry.
What do we do?
Pokemon channel. I don't
Fuck no. We could skip to the third of the series, do them out of order.
I think we need to give the second one at least some screen time.
We will. Hopefully it's not as bad as I remember. Turns out it's worse. You know what? I have a game in mind, but you'll have to find out what that is when we get to it. So see you then.
See ya.